Billy Higgins has just come off a date with Cedar Walton, and they've been appearing at the Roxy. That is on the left bank of the Mississippi in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Billy Higgins, thanks for staying up late. I know there's an early flight. Welcome in.
Oh, how you doing?
Well, it's good to see you again and good to hear you again.
Well, it's good to be here.
Well, you know, we've transported our audience around. Those are those among us who couldn't get over to the Roxy tonight. Well, we put them right into your performance in Italy and in Bologna. And that theme for Ernie with you working in the section, you know, it seems to me, as I hear you, I see images of Papa Joe Jones. I see images of Zutty Singleton. Are those historic figures a part of your...
Well, yeah. Well, they're what you call forerunners of the music.
Yes.
You know, I mean, if there couldn't be too much if they hadn't done what they done. You know, I mean, they're the first, they're the pioneers. So everybody owes them a little change.
And you've been a pioneer yourself, working from Ornette Coleman to Thelonious Monk to John Coltrane. Just a brief comment. Your experience with Ornette Coleman, what did that do for your work?
Oh, well, that, you know, playing with Ornette was just a beautiful experience, you know. I mean, he, for his compositions and direction, you know, and he was a very big force in my life, you know, because this was the first band I came to New York with. And we played together for about 2 years before we even had a job. So that was strictly, you know, just from the heart.
And it was really sort of an academy, a school in a sense.
Right, that's right. That's right. I mean, it was something, you know. But Ornette is a beautiful human being, and always got something to offer musically.
And then you landed in Thelonious Monk's group.
Right. That's another blessing.
Oh, and how?
Right. You know, Thelonious, he has so much. His music demands a certain thing, you know, and I mean, it's like a university playing with him because I was really blessed because I used to play with Don Cherry long before. And we used to always study Thelonious Monk's music. And by the time I got to work with him, I'd done a little homework, so it really helped me out.
And working with Thelonious, I have a sense that you had to really almost cut your own way and path.
Well, yeah, but Thelonious' music was so, I mean, it was so tailor-made until, you know, all you really had to do was listen. You know, and it would play itself. You know, some music just plays itself. You know, you could. It's so easy and natural. Till I mean, it's just like stepping in a good pair of shoes that walk. You know. So, but it's incredible. I mean, it was one of the beautiful experiences of my life. Just knowing Thelonious and playing with him was just even greater.
And that new pair of shoes.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
You mentioned the word listening. That's part of your art, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that's part of it's like conversation. If you don't listen, you don't know what's going on. I mean, you know, I mean, if you and the music, the more you listen, you know, the more you find out. You know, and you can be able to respond to that. You know. But it's like listening to music and responding to it at the same time.
Which makes for a very musical percussionist by the name of Billy Higgins.
Yeah, well, just trying to do what I'm supposed to do.
There's another chapter in your life with John Coltrane.
Right. That was beautiful. He was.
What was the difference in that experience, say, in contrast to Thelonious and to Ornette?
They all had the same message. You know, and at that time, you know, I was learning.
What was the message?
See, like each one of them, see, people, when you play with people like that, like, they tend to stay in your heart. You understand?
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? So they leave you with something, and they, in your head and in your heart, But I mean, it's just like passing through when guys like that pass through the planet, they give so much to everybody, But even when you play with them, they just, they leave you something so you can go ahead on and do the rest of the things that you got to do.
And it seems to me, between you and Cedar Walton, you are carrying a message too. And what would that message be?
Well, I'll tell you. Cedar and I have been playing so long together, and I look at it as just, everything, to me, everything beautiful comes from God, right?
Yes.
So that's where the music is coming from. So all we're doing is representing that, you see. And when you have a long association with somebody, well, then that's what it's about, unity. So it begins not to be separate mind, but one mind. So if you play with somebody for 25, 30 years, something is going to happen,
And what is that something?
Whatever the outcome of it is, It's the music. I mean, to me, it's just like this, being able to, first place, you got to thank God that He gave you the gift to play music. That's the first thing. If you get past that, then you might have a chance.
Billy Higgins, that's a fine and spiritual message.
Yeah, that's with anything, not just music. That's just with anything. Any gift that you have. If you can talk good, or if you can jump good, whatever it is, it's just a gift.
Well, that stirs our heart and soul at this time of the morning. As we say goodnight to you, you're going to be transported overseas, and our listeners are going to go along with you. There you are now in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and you're on your way out of town in the early morning hours. But between now and then, we're headed for Bologna again.
Okay.
You're on stand with David Williams on bass and Cedars at piano, and you're performing a composition that translates to Eyes of Red, if I mean.
Right.
Oh, what is the significance of that theme?
Well, that means it's a flight that comes out of Los Angeles into New York.
Oh, the red-eye flight.
Okay.
Now I understand.
I understand. So we've caught that flight so much,
Yes.
Until I think that was the theme of the flight, of the song.
So this is a tribute to that bleeding all-night flight.
Yeah, right.
Keep strong, will you, Billy?
Okay, man. Thanks a lot, and best of luck to you, and thanks for all the people, and thank all the people for coming down and listening to the music, because they were good.
Keep those messages going.
Okay.
And it's wonderful to hear your dialogue by way of that percussion setup that you have.
Thank you so much.
I've been talking with Billy Higgins, appearing with Cedar Walton, and just developing beautiful music.